The 2005 NBA season is upon us on the 40-year sim. I am Nutty Sports Gamer. Before anything else, there's one important or two important updates to make. First off, Kobe Bryant will now be bald. I have figured out how to import his DNA, changing his appearance and not his attributes. I've always known you could do that, but I swear to you, when I tried to do this with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, give him goggles and a bald head, it didn't work. So I didn't think it would work with Kobe, but it did. He's bald now. Meanwhile, Dirk, again, I wasn't sure if this would work because of what happened with Kareem. And yet, lo and behold, we have shaggy-haired Dirk now in the sim. Kobe is bald. Dirk has shaggy hair. Doesn't that just feel right? That feels better, right? It feels better to have that all sorted out finally. Let me know if any other player in this sim needs an appearance change. As long as I can find a good updated appearance, I will update their appearance. Now I'm a bit ahead in this sim capturing wise. So if you do find someone who needs updated, it might be a while before you actually see an update. So that's all that. Here are the Spurs. This is the Spurs roster: Kenny Anderson, Stacey Augmon, Jim Jackson, Antoine Walker, David Robinson, Scott Pollard, Rafe LaFrentz, Jose Calderon, Dan Lange, rookie, Ben Gordon, and a bunch of other guys. Not the best roster, not the best team. We'll see how things go for them. New Orleans Hornets got Dwayne Wade at point guard, Allen Houston shooting guard, Caron Butler, Joe Smith, Sojourner Ilgauskas, and you got Michael Redd coming off the bench, Al Jefferson, the rookie, the second pick of the first round in the 2004 draft. He is coming off the bench as well. I think he's only 18 years old. So yeah, the Hornets have a weird roster. You know, they want to make the playoffs. They want Dwayne Wade to continue his ascendance towards being a star. They also have Clifford Robinson on the roster, Travis Outlaw, Keith Kloss, John Barry. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. For now, Dwayne Wade is playing 48 minutes. That's not going to be what he's doing all season, but that's just how it is right now. We're going to try him at point guard, see how that works. We've got a bucket by the Spurs to lead off this game between these two teams. This is the Hornets' first time in the Western Conference too, which is interesting. You got Robinson with the rebound and the putback. Might be David Robinson's final season. Kenny Anderson missing the shot. Robinson with the putback. I thought about putting Robinson on another team, but David Robinson winning a championship somewhere else at this point would feel weird to me. You know, I was okay with Arvydas Sabonis doing it, but as you see a basket there for the Hornets. Dwayne Wade to Ilgauskas. Now Caron Butler has the ball, and a nice pass to Dwayne Wade, who tips it in 6-4 early on. Dwayne Wade with the pump fake. The sophomore passing it to Caron Butler for the three. Now it's 81-59. The Hornets are crushing the Spurs. Caron Butler is going to sink a three. And yeah, they're just not letting up. Ilgauskas with the rebound. Ilgauskas is new to the team. I think Joe Smith is too. Hornets have had a lot of changes, trying to do something to get this roster going. You see, Allen Houston made a shot there. Get this team going. Get this team from being a lottery team. Make the most of Dwayne Wade being a hot young player in this league, right? Joe Smith with the basket there for the Hornets. Just getting a feel for these guys. Just wanting to get a taste of both teams. The Spurs, I don't know if we'll be seeing much of this Spurs team after this. Scott Pollard makes a basket there. But the Hornets will definitely be checking in on the Hornets and Dwayne Wade a few times throughout the season for sure. As we see Dwayne Wade making a basket there. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping that they do well because, Dwayne Wade's fun to watch. He seems to be a fun player in this sim. So I'm hoping that things work out. So see another basket for the Spurs. Maybe a few more highlights. Allen Houston, new to the Hornets. He misses. Joe Smith makes that dunk. 96-69. Game really has gotten out of hand. Kenny Anderson missing the shot there for the Spurs. And now here's Garon Butler with the pass to Joe Smith, the alley-oop. And let's end it on an alley-oop. 102-74. Final score. Dwayne Wade with 16 and 10. 10 rebounds. 10 assists. 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Not a bad game for him. Of course, he played all 48 minutes. I did that with a couple of players. You'll notice playing 48 minutes just to get them going, just to get their teams going, and also because they have bad depth at that position. Dwayne Wade and the Hornets don't have the greatest point guard depth right now. The Jazz: Terrell Brandon, Joe Johnson, Tayshaun Prince, Kenyon Martin, Chris Kaman. Got Gugliotta coming off the bench. Damon Jones. So yeah, they got Brandon now, the veteran point guard, trying to spice up this pretty talented young team. They got some nice veterans off the bench too. Tony Dumas, Rafer Alston, Brian Skinner, Jonathan Bender, Mo Williams is down here, Alvin Jones. So yeah, a lot of talent on the Jazz. The Suns, speaking of talent, Tony Parker, Michael Finley, Rashard Lewis is now on the Suns. Chris Bosh, Dwight Howard, rookie Dwight Howard's here. Isaiah Ryder, Kwame Brown, Earl Watson, Oliver Miller, Nick Collison, Jason Collier, Luke Ridnow is deep on the bench. So yeah, this is a hell of a talented roster. We'll see how they do. There's mostly young guys. Here's Dwight Howard getting the tip off. And now here's Dwight Howard missing the basket there. So not ideal, but he's a rookie. He's still raw. He came out of high school after all. Kenyon Martin dunked the ball over Chris Bosh. Now we got Rashard Lewis to Chris Bosh. He makes that baseline jumper. Nice to see that. Yeah, Chris Bosh stays in Phoenix. Amari Stoudemire goes. So see Bosh with the tip in. Why is that? I just felt like Stoudemire and Dwight Howard, their styles would clash too much. We see Dwight Howard with an alley-oop, whereas Chris Bosh has a little bit more range on offense, right? He can shoot mid-range jumpers and he can make a few threes here and there, whereas Dwight Howard obviously is a guy who is going to be playing close to the basket on offense. And Amari Stoudemire is best utilized that way too. So having Amari Stoudemire and Dwight Howard in that position, I just felt like if you had to choose two out of those three, I think it's the right choice. And now I'll show you where Amari Stoudemire ended up in a little bit. Here's a nice replay of Tony Parker getting a layup, 12-8. Joe Johnson with the pull-up jumper missing. Kenyon Martin's there with the putback. Going all the way to the fourth quarter, 97-92. Tony Parker getting the pass to Chris Bosh. This is what I'm talking about. He hits those mid-range jumpers. Tayshaun Prince with the layup there. That's what you need from Chris Bosh, though. You need him to make those shots so that Dwight Howard can take over the post, the paint area. As we see a nice foul drawn by Joe Johnson, who makes that basket. Close game, 99-97. Let's focus on that. Chris Bosh missing that time. Joe Johnson with the rebound. 3.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. And we got a Tayshaun Prince baseline jumper. Tie game at 99. Chris Bosh missing that time, a bit short. But Dwight Howard with the dunk. And that's what he can bring, right? Even as a rookie. Tayshaun Prince missing. Dwight Howard with a nice rebound. Now here's Tony Parker with the layup. And this Suns team, if they can put it together, it's going to be, they're still young. A lot of these guys are young. But when this Suns team, when they finally put it together, they could be really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. I can't wait. I hope that they're able to really mesh sooner than later, right? It's a nice shot at Dwight Howard. Could be the freaking what do you call it? Thumbnail. Yeah. Mavericks. Andre Miller, Doug Christie, Turkoglu, Larry Johnson, Mutombo, Roy Marble, Jason Hart, Sharon Wright, Carlos Rogers, Andre Iguodala. He's coming off the bench his rookie season. Versus the Lakers, David Wesley, Kobe Bryant, Brian Russell, Corliss Williamson, Shaq, Antonio Daniels is now in the Lakers, Donald Foyle, Melvin Booker, Jason Sasser, Drew Coles, etc. Sean Livingston's deep down there on the bench. Mutombo still on the Mavericks. There's really nowhere else to put him as he makes a basket there. He's getting quite old though. We got Turkoglu with the dunk early in the first. Brian Russell and the championship defending Lakers. You see here he passed it to Shaq who makes a basket for LA. Shaq again against Mutombo. How many times will we see that? Maybe not very many. David Wesley misses, and Shaq dunks over Mutombo. Now we got Brian Russell with the baseline J, and he sinks it. That was smooth. Nice going. Doug Christie to Andre Miller, who misses the shot. Corliss Williams with the rebound. Yeah, last year, Donald Foyle was the starter. For the Lakers, we see a dunk for Shaq there, but I wanted to try out Corliss Williamson. This lineup will change over the course of the season, but for now, Williamson is the starting point of power forward. As we see a dunk there by bald Kobe, folks. There he is in action. Now we got Shaq in the post. Making a basket there. 90-80 is the score now. How about Andre Miller for three? This time it's good. And the Mavericks are doing quite well against the Lakers. Lakers, are they experiencing a championship hangover, at least for now? They might be, you know. And we got a Kobe Bryant dunk again. The only problem with Kobe Bryant being bald, he kind of blends in. Obviously, when he makes a spectacular play, he stands out. But, you know, we got a couple of bald guys out there. So, but obviously, that's Kobe with the dunk. He's bald, but he's still spectacular. Turkoglu with the layup, though. The Mavericks, they're going to win this game. 96-88. 34 for Shaq, 25 for Turkoglu. And Turkoglu being the scorer that he is in the sim, it's pretty fun to watch. I can't lie. Jason Kidd, J.R. Smith. This is the Warriors. Anton Jamison, Tony McDyess, Juwan Howard, Shannon Anderson, Chris Carr, Brian Cardinal, Darius Miles, George Murasan still in the sim. He's still around. On the Clippers, you got Penny Hardaway, Larry Hughes, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Eaton Thomas, instead of Divac, Churchwell, Chris Mills, Tyronn Lue, Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, there's Lue. He's going to finally be getting minutes. He almost never does. Bison Daly deep at the bench. So, yeah, this Clippers team, it's going to be a bit different without Vlade Divac, but Stojakovic still going to make those threes. Penny Hardaway's still going to make those long twos, right? Let's get some J.R. Smith action. He pops off at some point in this season. Juwan Howard makes a basket there. Chris Webber misses. Eaton Thomas, the replacement for Divac, making the basket. There's J.R. Smith with a three. He has arrived. J.R. Smith. Now here's Jason Kidd to J.R. Smith again. Yeah, he's making those. Those are going in, baby. We got a made shot there by Stojakovic. Jason Kidd to Anton Jamison. Back to Kidd. Gets the screen from McDyess. And that three is nice. 97-90 is the score. How about Jamison for three? No good. McDyess with the putback. He was traded from the Nets to the Warriors. You'll see why. Stojakovic with the three, 99-92. I think the transactions page is coming up pretty soon. As we see, Stojakovic made basket there. Here's J.R. Smith basket to Jason Kidd, who misses. Rebound Clippers. 101-92. How about a Larry Hughes drive and a made basket by him? Check out the replay of Larry Hughes going to work on rookie J.R. Smith. Rookie J.R. Smith also straight out of high school. 108-101. 108-101. Stojakovic with 36 points. That's mighty impressive. J.R. Smith with 26 and 6 assists. And Jason Kidd with 24 and 15. That's pretty nice. But yeah, J.R. Smith. I mean, I guess ultimately he only showed us 2 3-pointers, but he's been, as you'll see, he's kind of money. He kind of fits on this team like a glove with him and Jason Kidd. It's actually a pretty nice backcourt with the two of them. So here it is, guys. Got some big trades, big moves. Trace McGrady is going to the Rockets. Sam Cassell to the Wolves. Desmond Mason to the Wolves. Nene to the Magic. Marbury to the Magic. And Sean Bradley to the Rockets. So that 3-team trade. All those guys, McGrady, Desmond Mason, Marbury, they were all free agents. And McGrady wanted to go to the Rockets. Marbury wanted to go to the Magic. And this was the best way to make that happen. So it's going to be interesting. The dynamic in the NBA is going to shift with those guys moving to those teams. And then, of course, Terrell Brandon, we already know he's on the Jazz. They traded Matt Barnes, Varejao, Josh Howard, Drew Gooden for Brandon, and they kept all their picks. Joe Smith traded from the Knicks to the Hornets for Doug Christie, Eddie Curry, a second-round pick, and a first-round pick. And then the Mavericks traded Wesley Person, Tony Delk, and 2 seconds for Doug Christie. So Doug Christie went from the Hornets to the Knicks to the Mavericks. You got Tuna McDyess going to the Warriors for Isaiah Ryder, Allen Houston, and 2 first-round picks. Then another big trade, Amari Stoudemire to the Nets. He's going to be playing with Steve Nash and Sean Marion. We get the 7 seconds or less Nets. Yes! Michael Redd to the Hornets, and then a bunch of players. Gauskas to the Hornets, a bunch of first-round picks, one to the Suns. Oh, 2 to the Suns, actually. 1 to the Hornets. Isaiah Ryder to the Suns, Allen Houston to the Hornets. That's why he's there. Rashard Lewis. It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess, but the point is, Amari Stoudemire is on the Nets. The Hornets wanted to get rid of Rashard Lewis because they wanted Caron Butler to start, and also Rashard Lewis was about to get paid big time, so they didn't want to have to pay him all that money that he wanted. Anyway, Kenny Anderson went from the Nets to the Spurs. He was part of that previous deal. Now he's on the Spurs. TJ Ford traded from the Nets to Cavaliers for 2 seconds, which seems wrong, right? I can't remember when TJ Ford was drafted in the 03 draft. Jeff McInnes got traded to the Bobcats for Eddie Woods. Timberwolves traded Sam Cassell, Morris Peterson, and Mecca Okafor to the Pacers for Eric Snow and Eric Dampier. Heat traded Gary Payton to the Grizzlies for Jason Williams, Samuel Dellenberg, and a first-round pick. Jason Williams Jason with a Y got traded to the Bobcats for John Barry. And then Earl Boykins, Hamad Haddadi, 2 second-round picks, got traded to the Bobcats for Luke Longley, Jeff McInnes. Wizards traded those guys, Fonzo Ellis, Ricky Davis, for I think Wesley Person. I can't remember. Whatever. It's too late. Sixers, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Glenn Robinson, Sean Kemp, Marcus Camby, Terrence Rancher, Aaron McKee, Mercer Blumenthal, Radmanovich, Joe Prisbilla, got Pavlovich and David West still down, all the way down there, deep in the reserves. I tend to bump them up and get them into the rotation at some point. So yeah, that's gonna be something to look out for. The Kings. So we got Derek Fisher, Raja Bill, Carmelo Anthony, Andre Karolinko, Jamal Magloire, Dennis Scott, Eddie Gill, Attila Harrington, Howard Isley, Jay Edwards. Not the best roster, right? But you got Carmelo Anthony. Melo's going to be fun to watch this season. We definitely catch a few Kings games this season because of Melo. Got a made shot there by Marcus Camby, and how about two baskets from him? We got Derek Fisher to Magloire. Here's Carmelo Anthony in the posting up Glenn Robinson. Missing a shot, Magloire with the putback right there. Putting the Kings on the board. Now we have Glenn Robinson. Pass to Nick Van Exel for the basket. And the Sixers are up early. Carmelo Anthony driving against Big Dog, making the basket, drawing the foul. Nice to see Melo in action. Some of these second-year players, right, really starting to come together. That their games are starting to look much smoother. So you see Sean Kemp can't quite make the basket there, but Marcus Camby gets the rebound and makes the bucket. Sean Kemp against Derek Fisher. That is a mismatch and a half. Although Fisher's holding his own. Still, Sean Kemp made the basket. Carmelo Anthony with the jumper there. So now we're in the fourth quarter, 74-65. Nick Van Exel to Big Dog Robinson. can't make that three, but Marcus Camby getting the boards, making the basket. It's an 11-point game. Derek Fisher to was it Rajah Bell for the three? I think it was. And then we have Big Dog Robinson missing, Sean Kemp missing, or no, Marcus Camby missing. And here come the Kings. Hold up. It's an 8-point game. Can they make it a 6-point game? Yes, they can. So don't count out the Kings just yet. 76-70 is the score with 2.5 minutes left to go. Marcus Camby to Eddie Jones with pump fakes that makes that jumper. So back to an 8-point game. Carmelo, though, is going to make that basket, keeping the game close. How about a three? No. How about no? And the Kings with the ball back can make this a 2-possession game. It's already a 2-possession game, but it could be a 4-point game right here. As Carmelo makes that basket, and under a minute left. And this game has gotten pretty interesting. But you see Carmelo in the replay there. 78-74. Again, the Sixers close them out. Robinson makes that basket. That was a big one. And yes, they will win. 87-78. The Sixers do beat the Kings. Fun. That was a fun matchup, though. Fun matchup. The Kings were chipping away at that lead the Sixers had. But unfortunately, they couldn't get the whole job done. Right? They couldn't finish the job. The Nuggets: Steve Francis, Steve Smith, LeBron James, Randy White, Vin Baker, God Shammgod, Jamison Brewer, and some other guys deep on the bench. But LeBron James is back with his mate Steve Francis and Vin Baker. A big three of sorts, I guess you could call them, but just kind of it's a weird big three. I don't know if you can call it a big three actually, but they're I don't know. They're good. I feel like Steve Francis and Vin Baker are kind of problem players. They're highly rated and they get paid a lot of money, but you put them on the wrong team and they could suck, right? And LeBron James hopefully can be the guy who keeps them playing at a competent level. So, LeBron James in his second year made the playoffs last year as a rookie. The Nuggets went down to the Lakers in 6 games, I believe. And some playoff experience already for LeBron. We'll see how he carries that into his second year. And, got an interesting team here. So we'll see how they do. Reggie Evans is also on this roster. Elmore Spencer, Yinka Dari, Jared Jeffries, Jamarcus Moon, John Salmons, Bobby Simmons. So, yeah, pretty interesting team here in Denver. And what else we got? The Heat: Jason Williams, Kendall Gill, Corey Maggette, Rodney Rogers, Alonzo Mourning, Samuel Delambert, Chris Wilcox, Derek Anderson, Eddie House, Jimmy Feck. Gonna be a weird team to watch without Gary Payton. We'll see how they look. You see a 3 there by the Nuggets to start things off. About LeBron James making a basket for Denver. It's really interesting to watch how LeBron really gains confidence as the series goes along. We see here LeBron not getting the ball that time because the ball was stolen. Now let's see what newly acquired Jason Williams can do with the rock. He's going to pass it to Rodney Rogers, who gets to Corey Maggette. Back to Rogers for the dunk. Heat get the ball back. Still early in the first, Kendall Gill to Alonzo Mourning. Makes a turnaround jumper. 7-4, Maggette missing. Here come the Nuggets in transition. And we got a pull-up 3 for Denver. That was Steve Smith. 10-4 now is the score. Corey Maggette to Kendall Gill. Makes that basket. Alonzo Mourning, guarded by Vin Baker. Eventually, Jason Williams gets the ball. Misses. And Alonzo Mourning's right there to get the rebound and basket. 98-89 is the score. And now we see Corey Maggette making a layup there. Derek Anderson to Alonzo Mourning, who misses the shot. Vin Baker with the rebound. The Nuggets going the other way. LeBron with the alley-oop. How sweet it is. Now we got LeBron with the ball. He's going to pull up for three. Woof. Goes right in. 103-91, 107-91 now is the score. LeBron James once again with the ball. Gets the screen. Pulls up for three. That one goes in. Oh, man. He is, well, yeah, fun to watch. 114-96 final score. 41 points for LeBron in this game. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be an absolute beast each season that we see him. He's going to be better and better, of course. Magic got Stephon Marbury, Steven Jackson, Grant Hill, Christian Laettner, P.J. Brown, Carlos Arroyo, Nene, Dan Gadzuric, Tim James, Michael Ruffin, Steve Blake, etc. But yeah, the big news there, other than P.J. Brown, would be Stephon Marbury, of course. The Knicks, Kirk Heinrich, Ricky Davis, Richard Jefferson, LaFonso Ellis, Eddie Curry, Troy Hudson, Quentin Richardson, Stromile Swift, Danielle Marshall, and Johnny Taylor. You see Josh Childress not even in the rotation at this point. But let's see how these two teams do against each other. LaFonso Ellis with the basket there for New York. Steven Jackson to Grant Hill. Going to be interesting to see Grant Hill without his mate, Tracy McGrady, but he makes a basket there. Now we got Eddie Curry. Can't make that shot. P.J. Brown with the rebound. Grant Hill slowing things down. Passing it to Steven Jackson. To Stephon Marbury for the three. Making his debut in Orlando after spending many seasons in Minnesota. Christian Laettner making a basket there for Orlando. 7-3 is the score now. LaFonso Ellis with a basket there. Yeah, it's going to be a new era in Orlando. New era in Orlando. We'll see how they do with Stephon Marbury as their point guard. See Richard Jefferson making a basket there. Trace McGrady, you know, the Magic, they made it to the playoffs 3 times with McGrady. They couldn't make it past the second round. Z Marbury making a layup there. 10-7 is the score. So McGrady wanted a change of scenery. See P.J. Brown making a basket there. So we'll see how he does in Houston. And meanwhile, the Magic didn't want to go away. They didn't want to end up with nothing. So they ended up with Stephon Marbury, which is not a bad consolation prize. Marbury making a layup there for Orlando. Now it's 80-79. Steven Jackson with a basket there. 1-point game, actually. 6 minutes left to go. Steven Jackson calling for the ball, but he's not going to get it because Marbury is going to make this layup. Makes you wonder how Steven Jackson feels about that. He was wide open for the three, which he can hit. Marbury to P.J. Brown for the dunk. So at least Marbury passed the ball that time. Got a missed shot there. Eddie Curry with the basket. 86-83. Marbury getting the screen from P.J. Brown. Then pulling up for the J. 88-85 now is the score. 3.5 minutes left to go. Kirk Heinrich passing it to Ricky Davis, who makes that jumper. 3-point game. Ricky Davis pulling up for another jumper. Misses. Magic with the ball now. How about a pass to Steven Jackson for the dunk? 5-point game. Kirk Heinrich losing the ball thanks to a steal by Stephon Marbury. And Marbury is going to pull up for the J and sink it. And that's what Marbury brings to this team. 103-87. I feel like the Magic can still be pretty damn good, even without Trace McGrady. We'll keep tabs on that. Seattle. You got Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf still there. Kerry Kittles, Bonte Wells, Kurt Thomas, Mehmet Okur, Marco Yarich, Andres Notioni, Jameer Nelson, the rookie, Jason Capono, Andre Brown, Eli. Yeah, so not much excitement there. Jason Terry, Manu Ginobili, Luau Deng, Dirk Nowitzki, Tyson Chandler, Luke Longley, Jamal Crawford, Mike Dunleavy, DeJuan Wagner. That's the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's see how these two teams. Let's check out their debuts. We see a 3-pointer there for Dirk from the corner, and now we got Jason Terry missing. Manu Ginobili to Terry, then back to Ginobili. Makes the shot. Seattle with the ball. Kerry Kittles to Abdul Rauf. He's been on the Sonics for a long time. He's seen a lot. And we got Bonzi Wells making a 3. 7-3. Now it's the score. Manu Ginobili to Jason Terry for 3. That's good. 10-3. Let's see if we get some Luau Deng action. That'd be nice. Just kind of standing there. Ty Chandler with the ball to Jason Terry, who drives and makes the basket. 12-3. Light change for some weird reason. Kerry Kittles making the 3. We're in the fourth quarter now, 94-87. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Bonzi Wells fakes out his defenders, makes the basket. Seattle up by 9. Dirk Nowitzki guarded by Kurt Thomas. Dirk beats his defender, makes the dunk. 96-89. Here's a missed 3. Rebound Tyson Chandler. See if the Bucks can claw back into this one. Jason Terry. He's going to pass it to Dirk for the basket. 96-91. Lighting changed yet again. And we got an alley-oop to Kurt Thomas. And this game is over. The Sonics ended up being closer than expected, but 102-100 is the final score. And check out, well, maybe we'll use this as a thumbnail. Shaggy-haired Dirk. It's nice to see. Yeah. Wizards. Gilbert Arenas, Mike Miller, Michael Petrus, Al Harrington, Yao Ming, Tony Dell coming off the bench, Michael Williams still in the league, also coming off the bench. Yeah, this team has been in the lottery for a couple of seasons now, right? Missed the playoffs. Not even sniffing the playoffs these last couple of seasons, but they've been building something slowly but surely. I don't know. We'll see if this team amounts to anything this season. We got Josh Smith in the rotation. So yeah, they got some interesting players. That's for sure. Obviously, Yao Ming and Gilbert Arenas, and now they got Josh Smith. So it'll be interesting how they come together. Eric Snow, Desmond Mason, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, Eric Dampier. That's the Timberwolves. Eddie Griffin coming off the bench as a center. Let's check out some highlights between these two teams. Eric Snow making his debut on the Wolves. Jermaine O'Neal making a dunk. So what I find interesting about the Wolves is now without Stephon Marbury, watching them play more team-oriented basketball instead of relying on Marbury too much. We'll see how they adjust to that. We'll see Yao Ming making a shot for the Wizards. Eric Snow to run our test. To Desmond Mason making a 3. Desmond Mason, pretty solid player. He's going to provide a lot of scoring for the Wolves. Run our test. Making a 3. 8-4. Gilbert Arenas to Petrus. Makes that shot. 9-8 now is the score. Run our test to Eric Snow, who dribbles out to the perimeter. And guarded by Arenas, he passes the ball to Jermaine O'Neal. He makes that shot over Allen Harrington. 10-9. Arenas can't make that shot. Yao Ming is right there and loses the ball, trying to go for a shot. Now how about the pass to Jermaine O'Neal for the dunk? Eric Snow to Jermaine O'Neal, who makes that basket. It's the fourth quarter, 85-84. Got a basket by Gilbert Arenas there. Very close game. Mike Miller to Yao Ming with a nice little layup there. 88-87. Gilbert Arenas missed the shot. Yao Ming getting 2 rebounds, getting blocked also. Not the best result. Shot clock winding down. Wolves miss a shot. Jermaine O'Neal gets the rebound and makes the basket. 90-89. Eric Snow to Eric Dampier, making a 91-90 game. Missed shot by the Wizards. Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound. Ron Artest to Eric Dampier for the dunk. It's a 3-point game. Ron Artest, another 3. He is feeling it. 96-90 is the score. Al Harrington with the miss. Eric Dampier with the rebound. The Wolves going the other way. Jermaine O'Neal gets the foul. Gets fouled. Makes the basket. Final score 107-98. The Wolves win at home. They look pretty good without Stephon Marbury. 39 points for Jermaine O'Neal. 26 for Desmond Mason. 23 for Gilbert Arenas. 16 and 15 for Yao Ming. He also had 4 blocks. So that's that game. Grizzlies. Gary Payton is now their point guard, paired with Vince Carter, Jalen Rose, Keith Van Horn, Theo Ratliff. This Grizzlies team has been very good, but they haven't been able to make it to the conference finals, right? They're trying to get to that next level. So hopefully Gary Payton could do that for them. They got Chris Duhon on the bench or on the reserves with Dante Jones, Leandro Barbosa, Allen Henderson. They're in their rotation. Steve Nash for Sean Leonard, Wally Zerbiak, Sean Marion, and Amari Stoudemire is the starting 5 for the Nets. Gary Trent, Randy Woods, J.R. Reed, Tony Allen, Willie Green in the rotation. Louis Scola is on the bench. So let's check out the Nets with Amari Stoudemire now and the Grizzlies with Gary Payton. We got Vince Carter and this new court, right? This is pretty much the court for the rest of the sim, right? For the Grizzlies, we've got a made basket for Vince Carter with some differences, but yeah. Amari Stoudemire with the putback, his first basket as a net. Fun to see him play with Steve Nash. Yeah. I mean, part of another reason for Amari Stoudemire to leave, as we see a made shot there by Keith Van Horn, was to pair Amari Stoudemire with Nash and make this team more like the 7 seconds or less Suns. So we'll see how the Nets do with this roster. I mean, there's a couple of differences between this team and the Nets, of course. As you see Sean Marion making a basket. 108-102 is the score. And Gary Payton is going to miss, but Theo Ratliff with the putback dunk. Now here's a missed shot again. Amari Stoudemire with the putback going the other way. 110-104 is the score. Sean Leonard to Steve Nash, who makes the jumper. 4-point game. Nets ball once again. Less than 3 minutes left to go. Sean Leonard going to pull it for the jumper to make it 110-108. Vince Carter passing it to Theo Ratliff, who nearly loses the ball. Fakes out Amari Stoudemire, makes that shot. 112-108. The Nets cut into this deficit further. Gary Payton says no way, makes that basket. 6-point lead now for the Grizzlies. Vince Carter to Theo Ratliff to Gary Payton, who makes that basket and draws a foul, and that's what Gary Payton brings to the team. I like that, the old veteran coming to the Grizzlies, bringing his playoff experience, years of experience to this Grizzlies team. They beat the Nets, a very good Nets team. And yeah, Steve Nash, we'll see if they can make that. Is he going to be MVP ever? Is he going to have an MVP-like season like he did in real life? Indiana Pacers, Sam Cassell, Jerry Stackhouse, Sean Elliott, James Posey, Nazir Muhammad, Devin George, Morris Peterson, Marcus Fizer, Udonis Haslem, Mecca Okafor coming off the bench. The Portland Trail Blazers, Damon Stoudemire, Rip Hamilton, Abdur-Rahim, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Anderson, Birdman, Ed Gray, Malik Allen, Tony Batty, Vujacic. That's pretty much the Blazers. Let's check out these two teams in Indiana. Got Rip Hamilton making a basket for Portland. Jerry Stackhouse with the jumper. Stackhouse with another jumper. It's 4-2. Sam Cassell used to be on the Magic. Now he's on the Pacers. James Posey makes that 3. We'll see how the Pacers do. Definitely, it was a blow to lose Eric Dampier and Eric Snow in that trade, but the hope is that, well, I don't know. I don't know what the hope is, actually. Is there any hope? Missed shot there. Abdur-Rahim with the putback. 79-69 now is the score. The Pacers are going through changes. That's what we know for sure. You see a made basket there by Rip Hamilton. 81-69. Sam Cassell passing it to Elliott, to Jerry Stackhouse for 3. I mean, Stackhouse looks good. You know, he's far and away the #1 option on this team. Rip Hamilton making a shot for Portland. That's pretty much it for this game. 100-81. We're trying to get through some of these teams. We only don't have much time left. Got to get through them. Pistons, Baron Davis, Latrell Sprewell, Brent Barry, Kevin Garnett, Brad Miller, Robert Horry now on the team, Jim McIlvain, Robert Horry, yeah. Pablo Prigioni, Trevor Ariza, rookie Ariza is on this Pistons team. Frankie King joined the team. He's doing all right. Jabari Smith, Hubert Davis. Then the Bobcats, Chucky Atkins. Wow, we're going fast. I'm not getting enough time to read all those names, but there they are. Devin Harris is deep on the bench. We will get we will get Devin Harris in the game at some point. So, or not in this game, but we'll get him in the rotation at some point. Okay, yeah. So I didn't really say what the Bobcats starting 5 was, but that was their first tip-off as a franchise. We see made shot there by Baron Davis. Yeah, the Bobcats have Antonio Davis, Chucky Atkins, Gerald Wallace, Jarvis Hayes, who makes that 3 for the Bobcats. Their first bucket as a franchise is a 3. We see another 3, this time by Brent Barry for the Pistons. Now it's 7-5 early on. Baron Davis gets the screen from Latrell Sprewell and goes all the way for a layup. 9-5. Here's Anthony Parker. To Antonio Davis for the dunk. Davis looks good. And then we have a made 3 there by Latrell Sprewell. 12-7 early on. Kevin Garnett says, "Get out of my way." Makes the basket. And the Pistons, as you would expect, are going to destroy the Bobcats. So you have a 118-68. Good Lord. That is quite the... Look at Anthony Parker, minus 48. His plus minus was minus 48. That's pretty insane. Chicago Bulls, Jay Williams, Jason Richardson, Shane Battier, Zach Randolph, Lorenzen Wright, Austin Crozier, John Starks, BJ Armstrong, Matt Hartbrings, that's a Pachulia. Talented team. Let's see if they finally make the playoffs this year. They're facing the Denver Nuggets, who I've already introduced to you guys. I've already introduced the team to you. LeBron makes a basket there. Zebo, double teamed, makes that shot. He's starting to make those, which is nice to see. How about LeBron James from 3? He is feeling it from beyond the arc this season already. That's really nice to see. Jay Williams gets blocked. Jason Richardson makes 3. Now it's 7-5. How about Jay Williams for 3? That's going to be good. That's a thing that you probably never thought about, right? Like, oh yeah, Jay Williams. Like, he got in a motorcycle accident in real life. You see Steve Francis makes that 3. So that derailed his career, but he's going to have a nice long career this sim. Probably. As you see, Francis misses that shot. 80-69 is the score now in the 4th quarter. So Denver actually not having a great game this time around. Jason Richardson with the dunk. 82-71 now is the score. And Richardson's going to miss. Lorenzen Wright's going to get a basket eventually. And this game is over 89-76. Really just focus on the Bulls there because we haven't seen them yet this season, but there they are. And they seem fun, even without Scottie Pippen. He's no longer there. They should be good. Hawks, Chauncey Billups, Allen Iverson, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, Isaac Austin, Harold Miner, Jerome Williams, Matt Maloney, Deshaun Stevenson's back, Sean Respert, Danny Fortson. Yeah. So that's the Hawks. Who are they facing? The Nets. So we already know about them. Let's check this out. Allen Iverson with a dunk. He knocks down Amari Stoudemire as he does it. God damn. 4-zip already. Bruce Bowen to Isaac Austin. What a pass. Austin eventually makes a basket there. Reverse jam. And we got a layup there by Chauncey Billups. 8-2 is the score. Billups gonna pass it to Tim Duncan. Makes that basket. 10-2. That's probably it. Is that it already? I think we actually see the Hawks later in this video, so don't worry. But I just want to get a little taste of them because we're trying to. It turns out it's really hard to fit 30 teams in one video. 48 points for Tim Tucker. Was it 21 points or whatever? Rockets. Brevin Knight, Trace McGrady, Tim Thomas, Elton Brand, Ben Wallace, Charlie Ward, Sean Bradley. They're facing the Spurs. We're going to check out T-Mac in his debut in Houston. We see Brevin Knight making a three. Brevin Knight passing it to Ben Wallace for the alley-oop. Brevin Knight now to Elton Brand. Makes a basket. The Rockets look good. We haven't even seen Trace McGrady yet. Here he is. Missing the three, but Elton Brand's right there. I feel like T-Mac's on a much more balanced roster than he was on with the Magic. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits with this team. T-Mac missing that time, but a put back there. Elton Brand. Now here's T-Mac making the jumper in the fourth quarter, 89-81. They are losing by a bit. Here's a alley-oop to Ben Wallace, 89-83. Kenny Anderson making the jumper for the Spurs. And that's it, 91-87. We got to move on. We'll be seeing plenty of Trace McGrady as a Rocket this season. And I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just going to say that we're going to see more of him. That's it. I don't want to spoil it. It's going to be cool. All right, it's going to be cool. All right, it works out. The Celtics, Jamal Tinsley, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, Billy Owens, Vlade Divac on the team now. Malik Rose, Bob Sura, Lindsey Hunter. They're facing the 76ers, who we've already met. Lamar Odom to Paul Pierce, the truth, making the three. Start things off with Boston. Mostly seeing Boston highlights because we haven't seen it this season. There's a jumper by Ray Allen. I'm running out of breath just talking. That's not a good sign. I need to exercise more. Big Dog for the three for Philly. I guess we do see some Philly highlights because we just saw that. Lamar Odom handling the ball. This Celtics team, they were in the finals last year. We'll see if they can get back there this season. Odom makes that shot, 17-12. Jamal Tinsley makes the basket. It's interesting. Tinsley really, I don't know what it is. He makes another basket there. He also changed his number from 12 to 5 because Vlade Divac wanted number 12. Let's check out the fourth quarter. Yeah, let's do that. 83-79. And we got a made shot there by Big Dog. And then Paul Pierce to Brian Grant, who makes that basket. 85-81. Big Dog. Top of the key. Drives. Pulls up for the jumper. Misses. Marcus Camby's with the getting the putback. I'm losing my energy. Tinsley to Ray Allen for the three. 88-85 is the score. 30 seconds left to go. Big Dog to Jones. Back to, Eddie Jones. Passes it to Marcus Camby. He is guarded by Tinsley. That's not a good matchup. Basket is made. 90-87 now is the score. Van Exel, air ball. That's not good. Yeah, 92-87 final score there. And 17 for Paul Pierce, 17 for Vlade Divac coming off the bench, getting 17. The Clippers just couldn't really afford Vlade Divac. And also, he's declining. He's declining pretty bad. So, yeah. Here's the Cavaliers, Alvin Williams, Reggie Miller, Matt Barnes, Eldon Campbell's off the bench, Drew Gooden, TJ Ford. They're a weird young team, you know. Tyrone Hill and Del Davis is still there. Carlos Delfino. Here's Reggie Miller with a three for Cleveland. They're playing the Grizzlies. Check them out in their new core. Although, did they have this court last year? I think they did. But it's still pretty cool. Matt Barnes to Reggie Miller for three. Making it a 10-6 game. Here's Alvin Williams' basket. He is Terrell Bredden's replacement. We'll see how he does. Tyrone Hill going to make a basket for Cleveland. Making it 12-10. And we got to go. That's a little taste. And, yeah, the Cavaliers won't be very good this year. 119-75 final score. 28 for Reggie Miller, 28 for Gary Payton. But that's the Cavaliers. I mean, it's mostly going to revolve around Reggie Miller. He's basically the only star left on the team. Kings, Bobcats. Here's the Bobcats home court. Definitely wanted to show you that because it's all nice and orange and stuff. And it's fun, It's fun orange. I kind of like the orange color scheme for the Bobcats. You don't see a lot of orange in the NBA. It's an underused color. So, it's fun. Gerald Wallace makes the basket there. Camilo Anthony with a long two. How about Chucky Atkins passing it to Gerald Wallace? Gerald Wallace, I gotta say this, he's starting to really come along as a player now. And because he's on an expansion team, he's really getting the freedom to do more, So that's fun. Tie game at 4 early on. We got a 3 there by the Bobcats. 7-4. Derek Fisher to Camilo Anthony for 3. Makes that shot. 84-81. It's a close game. Anthony Parker passing it to Greg Ostertag for the layup. It's a 1-point game now. Gerald Wallace to Anthony Parker. Parker to Wallace for a 3. 85-84. Here's Derek Fisher to Jamal Magloire. Derek Fisher again with the ball. Passing it to Magloire to... Is it Rajah Bell? I think it is. There's the 3. 89-85 is the score now. Dale Davis will pass it to Greg Ostertag for the missed shot. But Antonio Davis makes the basket eventually. 89-87, Derek Fisher to Magloire for the basket. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 97-94 is the final score. I don't think we get a... I should have gotten a Bobcats thumbnail. What was I thinking? Anyway, Raptors, Mike Bibby, Katia Mobley, Jamal Mashburn, Carlos Boozer, Pau Gasol, Khaled Reeves, Bryant Reeves, Boris Diaw, Christic, Lionel Simmons. They're facing the Knicks. I think this is the final team they haven't seen yet. Mashburn makes a jumper for Toronto. Kirk Heinrich to Eddie Curry, who misses. Ellis with the putback. Raptors, Mike Bibby for 3. Missed shot there by Eddie Curry. And now we got Mike Bibby. Katia Mobley. Oh, man. Mobley with the nice basket there. Look at him sprinting and jogging, getting in position, making the basket for Toronto. Eddie Curry getting blocked. Here comes Mashburn, making the layup for Toronto. It's 9-3. Jefferson to LaFonso Ellis. He's going to make that jumper for New York. And the Raptors might win this game. I think they'll do it. They have a talented roster. The Raptors can make the playoffs. Finally, maybe. We'll keep an eye on that. But they definitely have the talent to do that for sure. 99-87 is the final score there. And I think we're done, folks. That's all 30 teams. It's done. I did it. Yay. I don't know why that's exhausting. Why is that exhausting? I don't know. A lot of talking. And that's it, though. Hey, next episode, we're going to be seeing, catching up with LeBron, Wade, Bosh, etc. Checking out some Suns, Dwight Howard, etc., 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 etc. It's going to be fun. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you later.